Okay, camera died, so let's pick back up where we were. Yeah, so there are a lot of different types of tongue hitches. This one, unfortunately, the way it was, I wish this would be down so that it would lock on there. My concern is I'm putting a crowbar behind here and jabbing it off. I like how this is red, so it's clear evidence that it's there. But it's not the best, but it works, Okay, so let's see and kind of show you what I've done for the day. I'm about to call it. Started the demo. This is all the carpet from the inside. So that's pretty much the walkable floor plan. This is the back, so it's kind of lined up from where what is inside. So you can see this is underneath the table, and this is out the front door, which is right here. So let me tell you a little bit about what I have for demo so far. First of all, when we were driving down the road, I mentioned that there was stuff coming off. So I have this nice ladder here. 11-foot ladder, works perfect. That's that one that's it's aluminum, real lightweight. I plan on fixing this underneath for when it's storing it, bringing it inside, when I'm actually moving the vehicle, and then when I'm staying at it and using it versus perhaps renters, pull this out and hopefully be able to actually go up top with the little seat or something, as long as I can reinforce the top. So let me show you what, the state of this. I don't know if it was shown before in my first video. So you go up there, you see it's pretty bad. So this is what pieces of this were flying off going down the road. It's paint mostly, I think, but why is it that rust color? I mean, this is aluminum, but maybe there's some greater damage. The only leak that I'm aware of, what I observed, is right here in this vent. We have two of them. That's definitely above the sink and the toilet area. This is close to the kitchen. I don't know why we have two. I don't know if there needs to be two. So I might eliminate one if I can. All right, coming back down. Let's go inside. Oh, I'm out here. Something I discovered too. This is from 1970s, right? So even though this is, as it mentions here, this connection is for 110 to 125 volt AC. You see here, okay, that's what you see at a household, right? You got the ground, you got the neutral, and then you got the hot. So here, that was an adapter. Here we have more what you see maybe on a 230, 220, 240 for a dryer, whatnot. So that's the adapter. You see the water heater in there? I don't think there's any water in there. I can't open it right now to test. For whatever reason, they have it wired, because this was like a retrofit later, separately. So I don't know where they were plugging this into. Maybe inside, or maybe two outside, I don't know. Anyway, so let's step up on in here. Just for the record, I noticed that one of the turn signals, the right one, is not working. But all the lights are on but dim. Main reason is we think because there is not a dedicated battery in this that's missing. So here I'm doing some paint matching because I'm going to keep this color. Here's some insulation I pulled out. So let's walk on inside. I don't know if I mentioned there, but I had seen a rat, or I'll call it a mouse, field mouse, hopefully, whatever. Less seems more benign. In the stove. Well, in the process here, oh, you can't see it. There was a dead mouse, but here's a little dead baby mouse. That's sad. And then there was a bigger mouse when I found one pulling out insulation. All right, so this is what it looks like without the carpet. You can see right through the other side. What do we got? Okay, I already started taking this down. You see this big wall? That's gonna be gone. So you have more space when you come in. I was wondering what this hump was about. You can't sit on it. You can't really, it's not for like shoes, whatever. It is just to cover up the hump of the wheel. Obviously there's one on the other side. So I'm gonna have that exposed, maybe a place to sit down while you're putting shoes on. I don't know. But this divider wall is gonna go. Already started taking it apart. You can see there's aluminum under here, or not aluminum, linoleum. And I'm gonna start ripping all that out. And this is all nice wood. The screws are really good shape. If I can save something and use it elsewhere or whatnot, I will. And main thing I discovered though when I pulled up the floor is all of these pieces that have been replaced already. So obviously this is the original. This is a patch. So there's probably a lot of dry, rot there, whatever. Not dry rot necessarily, but just, it's just wet from whatever reason and it was rotted out. So I took off the top. What do I see? Insulation. And then right down hole. This is some sheet metal, like a rolled sheet metal, and there's no water there, but it just shows you there is insulation in the bottom, but it isn't a lot. So I probably can't fit. Well, if you see here, I also noticed there's a 2x4. So, and one here. And I don't know if that, you can't see them from the underside. So maybe there's more reinforcement along this floor than I realized. Maybe there's 2x4s the whole length, which means, you know, a 2x4 is really 2 and, 5/8 or something, like 1 5/8. So I could put some insulation in there, maybe inch and a half. So we'll see. I was thinking about doing foam board underneath the floor. And I can't tell if those 2x4s were there before or if they've been replaced as part of this little project. Ow, I keep hitting my head. All right, so here we go again. That 2x4 looks newer, and you can see this whole stretch has been replaced, right? So I don't know why they didn't clean all this stuff out. Why it was the old floor? I don't know. And more of the same, right? So there's the metal. So again, 2x4s, pull all that out, some random little screw, clean all that up. So up here, I'm gonna store some of my odds and ends, not my expensive new tools that I've enamored with, but little things like stripping paint and stuff. I need to put this mask on. I'm breathing some of this crap right now, but anyway, I'm gonna store this. I was thinking about, all right, don't throw everything out right away if you can use it for something. So if you look over here, this is an old mattress up top. When I was putting the scissor jacks on underneath, it was hard on the stone. This would be a perfect thing to lay down since I'm not going to reuse it. And when I'm stripping down the trailer and refinishing it on the bottom and coating and whatnot, that I have something to lay on without hurting my knees and back and stuff. So I'm going to save that. It has a purpose still, even though ultimately it's going to be gone. What else can I talk about right now? This is the end of day one, where I'm actually started demo. This is what has come off of aluminum. I started using this Mother's Mag and aluminum polish, and it says when you start rubbing it, black will come off. So where did I start using this? Let's go back outside. Right here. So you can see tarnished, weathered, new polished. Real nice. I got some on here, but I'm not worried about that. So real nice. I did it up front too. I discovered a wasp living there. See if he's still there. See if he's... Yeah, he's still up there. I don't know if you can see him. Where is he? Yeah, he's there. Anyway, he hasn't bothered me. I'm gonna leave him alone. Let him do his thing as long as necessary. Last thing I can think of right now, it looks like it's start raining, so I want to get out of here and take this round of waste away, is, okay, the floor is easy to take up and easy to replace. All my new flooring material is coming in from Cali Bamboo out in San Diego. Sustainable stuff, really seems like a real good product. That's coming out for all the flooring. I could go buy the Subfloor. So I want to demo all of this. It's Friday. I want to demo at least the floor, take the cabinetry out, so I can at least do the subfloor starting first half of this week, this coming week. And then, but what I need to do is get in this part of this demo. I'm eager to get into the walls and the ceiling to see the condition of the ceiling and how much space I have in there to put in the insulation. Here, this veneer wood, I'm not sure how to clearly take it out without destroying it all. So I gotta figure that out. If I post this in time, comments below, any recommendations, you know, are welcomed, because this is all new to me. All right, let me show you. These things are a pain. These clamps. I'm gonna have to try and figure out how to fix these. All right, anyway, all right, just forget it. I'll leave it for now. You can't, all right, you can't see it, but I did actually manage to reach up and touch the roof from the underside. It looks to be in good shape. About the same thickness as the floor or less, so less than a 2x4. So I'm not gonna be able to put in as much insulation as I want without dropping the ceiling, and I really don't wanna do that very much. So, all right, my phone's ringing. This is gonna be it for the day. Check back in with you tomorrow. All right, it's Monday, April 24th. This is the 4th day of demo on the camper. I've been filming a couple time-lapse videos. The first one was demoing the whole dinette area and the upper cabinet. The second one today was demoing the couch bed, lower couch bed. Just a few things on the inside to note. I went up on the roof the other day, yesterday or so, and actually was able to walk on it, which is probably another idea, but I confirmed that it looks like the integrity of the roof is intact, and I can show you I ripped off the ceiling, and you see what looks like, I don't know, hailstorm, and here in you know, the Midwest, hail is a real thing for sure, and it can do some damage, and aluminum, I could see it definitely being subject to that, but you know, I don't see any holes in it, which is great. I don't know if I'm going to bang those out, what I'm going to do, leave them, but I'll worry about that when I get to it. Okay, so what about the side wall? I wanted to see what the cavity looked like, how much insulation I can put in there. Same for the roof. You can see that there is insulation here. It looks like it's, you know, I don't know, ½ an inch, not much more than that, but it was dry. All this insulation looks dry. Down here on the wall, you know, a little bit more of a cavity. I would say that's a, I don't know, a 1 inch, 1x2 looks like, for the structural support on the wall for like the studs. And the aluminum all looks fine here. There's some tape here. It's not seam tape. I'm not really sure what its purpose is, but I'll get into that later. You can see here there actually is a seam, and that's what follows the line outside. So all this veneer, I wanted to save this birch, but it's gonna be, it'd be too much work. So I'm just gonna redo it. And that shouldn't be a big problem. All right, what else can I show you quickly? Let's just show you some of the demo stuff. You'll see in the time-lapse video, I have a respirator on. I should have it on right now, because there were some dead mice in here, and there's their fecal matter, and the hantavirus is a real thing. Usually it's deer mice, I understand, and deer mice, well, I don't know why that is, but that's typically what would have it. So I don't know if these were deer mice, but better to cover what I can. So I'll be quick in this video, just finish it out here. I'm taking all the screws out and everything. I'm gonna recycle the wood, whether it's actually in the camper or donate it somewhere for scrap. I'm gonna use some of it to build like a, what do you call that? A shooting board for cutting. Things like that, so repurpose it in some capacity. All the nails out to recycle those, reuse what I can, or recycle the rest. Let's see what you got underneath here. All right, so there's the water tank. This says here, this Hofco Hobbs Fabrication. It doesn't tell me a model number, doesn't tell me how big it is. I'm gonna guess based on the water heater size. This looks like it's about 4 times that, and that's 5 gallons. So I'm gonna say this is about 20 gallon, but we'll see. There's a whole bunch of little extra lights over here, which is nice to fix. Some screws and stuff. That's the little outside area to reach like the hose and stuff that was under here. Kind of this side of the camper being the freshwater side. Okay, let's see. Look at this fecal matter real quick. It's kind of everywhere. Here's actually a little dead baby mouse. Kind of sad. So I need to get all that. So you don't sweep it up and everything. So, but I have the respirator. I'll probably bring a broom out here or something that it can be disposed, or a vacuum. They want you to pay someone to come out and clean up this, you know, this, because it can be hazardous, but I'm going to take care of it and let this thing air out. Take care of it that way. All right, so here you got the water line. And what I found interesting here is there's no water pump. But I do see this line. The valve is missing. This is like flared out in the end, and it was connected right here. It broke off, or it was purposely taken off. But it occurred to me when I got home thinking about it that this tank may have been pressurized by something, air or something, I don't know, but this looks like this is a copper line. I'll have to follow it back behind the fridge. I don't know. Okay, it's going up, up, up. I'll have to get into it later. I'll describe it. But what I'm thinking about doing, instead of putting in a pump like I was originally planning, because you would have to hit a switch for it to work, I'm thinking about putting a compressor to this thing and pressurizing the tank, like a hydro-pneumatic system like I see in commercial buildings and stuff. then the compressor can be used for other things. So I won't get into that too much, but just still ideating. Let's look at the wall over here. Looks pretty good. The aluminum back there, and you got some more electrical. So I want to trace all those lines. It looks to be in good shape. I mean, if I wanted to do, I'm going to do AC power for all the outlets, but for the lighting, I might do DC and run separate lines, maybe smaller gauge. This is your traditional like house gauge wire. I don't know what that's like, what, 12, 14, something, but looks to be in good shape. So I may have someone look at that for me, get their take on it, but I think I'm going to reuse it. It says 600 volt. I mean, obviously more than you need here, but I may just reuse it. The linoleum on the floor, pretty ugly stuff. Obviously that's gonna go. I got all the new flooring today in my car, bamboo poles and stuff that I'm gonna put here for structural support, but also lightweight, so I'll get into that later. That's pretty much it. Let's see, anything else I can say? Let's see, I can put this on here real quick. Alright, so I figured maybe I'd put myself on camera, other than time lapse. Let's see what else I could tell you. I wanted to physically show you the camera, but again, got a lot of material here that's in my way. I do not want to leave anything out. The gentleman I'm renting the space from, very nice, to let me do this. I want this thing to have little of a footprint on his property as possible. So I'm going to store things under the camper that I'm not worried about getting stolen, and somewhat exposed to the elements. Things like these cushions and stuff, I don't want to store them underneath there. I'll leave them inside as long as I can. This wood and stuff, I'll take that outside and put it underneath. I can reuse that, like I said, for some different things, but maybe even some stuff in here. Yeah, and kind of clear this space up. So the next thing I gotta go, the next demo, I'll worry about, I gotta do all the walls too, but the next one I think I'm gonna do is the kitchen. I'm gonna save all this, but I want everything up so I can do all the floor at one time, under all the cabinets, instead of like you'll see a house, maybe they'll just tile around the old cabinets, and I don't like that for the purpose of, what if you want to change things around, do all that? You know, this is waterproof flooring, this vinyl flooring I'm putting in, and I just want something that, you know, by doing it in its entirety, I think I'm improving its durability, its and you know, any chances of water getting and inundating subfloor, things like that, under cabinets. So that's what's gonna happen next, and that's it. So yeah, thank you for following my project, and see you more.